Hello, Generals, and welcome to the special Thursday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Mason Dotson.
And I'm Cooper McKee, and we got a pretty packed show for you today, so let's get you started with some heritage happenings. Here's Nathan McCoy and Pierce Monroe. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys, for that awesome intro. Now, let's jump right into some Thursday announcements. The Heritage High School Greenhouse will be open Friday, April the 15th and Saturday the 16th from 9 to 2 p.m. for our students and staff to buy beautiful plants that our FFA has grown in their very own greenhouse. For more information, visit the school website. Up next, our boys soccer team will be taking on East Ridge here at the Taj. The game will start at 5:30. Come out and support your team. And finally, tomorrow is the start of spring break. So, don't come to school tomorrow or all of next week. Enjoy your spring break. Now, let's get you over to Pierce for your weekend weather forecast.
Thanks, Nathan, for those great announcements. Now into your weekend weather forecast. Thursday, there will be a 40% chance of rain with a high of 71 and a low of 50. Friday, it will be sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 42. Saturday, it will be partially cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 37. And for Sunday, it will be sunny with a high of 70 and a low of 43. Now let's get you back to our anchors for more news.
Thanks, you guys. Good to see that the weather is shaping up for the break.
To the news now. An hour from here to career classes and PE classes joined up earlier this week for a pretty cool meeting in the theater about driving and safety.
Yep, and I think the gist of the seminar was just to remind students how to drive safely.
Here's Bailey Moorhead and Aaliyah Hensley with more on the report.
All right, so we had a guest presentation yesterday on driver's safety, really focused on drunk driving and distracted driving. So the people came and it was an interactive presentation. The presentation had covered a lot of things. You know, they had a 3D glasses and a remote, and the students were able to participate in that. They had a story about drunk drivers, and so it really, with the 3D effect to it, it made it much more interesting. Also, they had the interactive thing with quizzes and knowledge. It had like a pre-test and a post-test basically on it of the knowledge, and it also had like a game show type component where the kids could interact with it. So it was really very, very helpful. It provided a lot of good information. And as an update at the end, they told that that 85% of the injuries coming into like the emergency room for kids below the age of 20 was from texting and driving. So it shows what a huge hazard that can be, and also focused on making sure that you were wearing your seatbelt, because even people in the back seat that don't have their seatbelt on, they become projectiles in an accident and can end up killing the people in the front seat because they get thrown into them. So it provided a lot of really good information, and hopefully the students took that to heart, and they're going to be a lot safer going into the future, because we want all of our heritage students and really students all across the nation to be able to grow up and be productive citizens without getting killed in car accidents.
I learned the major dangers of driving under the influence of alcohol, and it'll help me become a better driver, because now I know like how bad it can be and how safe you need to be and take precautions, like major ones, every day. And the voting was really good because it showed people, showed what everybody thought, and helps everyone understand what was like the actual right answer and what you should be doing on the road while driving.
Looked like the students really appreciated that opportunity. And speaking of opportunities,
Yep, seniors, listen up, because we've got another amazing scholarship opportunity for you guys in the counseling office.
this one is the Remington Jade Castile Lenyap Scholarship. And the cool thing about this scholarship is that you don't have to be attending college to apply.
That's right. Here's 5-Star News reporter Ben Dineski with more on the report.
All right, we currently have a sponsorship available for seniors right now. It is a little different than the usual scholarships we have. It is something Miss Lan and her family has put together. The sponsorship is called the Remington Jade Castile sponsorship, and how it's different is it is an $1,000 sponsorship to the chosen senior, and it's not for necessarily college funds. It's for any passion that you have and that you plan to pursue after high school. So if you are very passionate about maybe arts and you plan to maybe start your own photography business or something outdoors, you plan to go hiking for a very extensive trip after high school, this would be a good opportunity for you to apply.
Hi, my name is Ben Dineski. I'm a senior, and I'm planning on applying for this sponsorship. Probably the hobby that I would most want to do is film. I really enjoy it, and I hope I get the money for it because that would be wonderful.
So you can apply in the counseling office on our scholarship board. The applications are on there, and you will apply and bring the scholarship form back to me, and it is due April 26th.
Sounds pretty easy. Now to some news coming down from the gym.
That's right. We heard earlier in the week that the auxiliary gym will be closed for the next few days and over spring break.
The reason? Prater's Hardwood will be here putting in a new gym floor.
That's right. Here's 5-Star News reporters Noah, Shane, and Braden with the story.
Good morning, Generals. Today is Wednesday, and today and tomorrow the gym's going to be closed because we are finally redoing the auxiliary gym floor, and we're going to try to get it finished for you when you come back from spring break. We're going to make it look kind of like the main floor that's down here that we play on in the main gym, and so today and tomorrow, if you have team sports, weight training, personal fitness, we are going to check in the gym lobby and then head outside.
I'm really excited because I play lunch ball up there and my shoes slip all the time, so I hope it'll have better grip.
Hopefully it's going to look great. We're excited about it. It's a long time coming, and it's going to be a replica of the floor that's down here. So we're excited about it. So for 2 days, we got to sacrifice playing inside, go outside. We've got good weather, so we're excited about it and can't wait to see what it looks like.
Time for a brief timeout, but stick around because after the commercial, the guys will get you caught up on sports.
They'll have the traditional baseball and soccer recaps, but they're also going to get you caught up on a school record that was broken in track.
That's right, and they'll also be catching you up on who won the first ever Heritage High School ping pong tournament. Stick around.
Sports is next.
Oh man, I really want some coffee right now. I'm just so depleted. I need some energy.
Dude, you know they sell coffee every morning in the library for just $1.
Dude, no way. Nobody's ever told me this.
The 5-Star Cafe even sells hot chocolate and tea, and they have a variety of flavors, creamers, and syrups, all for the small price of $1.
Welcome into sports, everyone. Alex and Anderson with you once again, and we have a lot to get to you. So let's start off with soccer.
Put the boys and girls team in action on Tuesday night, taking on the Northwest Bruins.
For the girls, the match with Northwest was basically a region championship game.
And for the boys, it was a chance for them to see how they stack up against one of the better teams in the whole area.
Let's get you to the match recaps.
Well, obviously, we're a little bummed out not winning the region championship. There's still an outside chance we could end up in a three-way tie for first, but probably end up second in the region, which is where we've been quite often here the last decade or so. Northwest is tough. They're a really good program, really good team. They got a really good squad this year. They went to the Final Four last year, and they're looking at maybe going Final Four or even farther this year. So they're tough. We're a good squad too, and we're a great squad. So nothing changes for us. We've still got the postseason ahead of us, looking to make a good run in the state playoffs. Got a tough match Friday against Dalton, so that's a good team to test us and get ready. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season and what we can do and hopefully make some noise in the playoffs.
Two tough ones for sure. Sad to see the girls' unbeaten streak end.
Moving on to baseball now, and our Generals started up their 3-game series with Ridgeland in a big fashion on Tuesday night.
Sure did, Alex. You would have thought it was July 4th with all of the explosions going off on the field.
Yep. The offense and one Cannon Stafford started the game off with a bomb. and things kept rolling after that as well. Here's Evan and Brandon with the recap of the Generals' 10-0 win.
Yeah, to recap our game last night, game one of our series original last night, did get the win, got a 10-0 win, started the game off. Cannon Stafford hits the first pitch of the game out, so that kind of set the tone offensively for us, and a lot of guys jumped on that and had really good at bats.
Cannon here. We played Ridgeland 2 days ago on Tuesday. It was a really good game. We mercy ruled them 10-0 by the third or fourth inning. I'm not really sure, but Zach Barrett was exceptional on the mound, hitting his spots. I mean, can't do a better job than that. Defense played good. All-around hitting was really good, and it's a great way to start off our series against Ridgeland. We play them again Friday, so can't wait.
Played the 4 runs in the first inning, 4 in the second, and 2 in the third to get a quick 10-0 lead. And Zach Barrett played well, pitched well for us as well, and executed at the plate as well. So, played really clean defensively, which was a goal of anytime we're playing. But it was good to see the guys have some quality at bats and also take care of the baseball, run the bases well. Still some things we got to get better at, and that'll be our focus today at practice and tomorrow at practice before going over there for the doubleheader on Friday.
Congrats on the win and good luck over Ridgeland tomorrow.
On the track now, and our boys and girls were on the road at Southeast Whitfield for their meet on Tuesday night.
Yes, and Coach Gibson and Richardson's teams have been performing very well lately.
Sure have. Could they keep things going down at Southeast? Here's Evan and Brandon with the story.
Good morning, guys. This is Coach David Gibson, head track coach here at Heritage High School. We had a great meet earlier this week at Southeast Whitfield, and our team went and competed super well. One highlight of the day for sure was J.D. Black's new high jump record here at Heritage High School. He jumped 6'6", 6 foot 6 inches, which broke our old record held by Eli Owens of 6'3". And it was just a phenomenal day for him. We're really excited and looking forward to seeing him get even better as the season goes on.
Yesterday we had a track meet at Southeast High School. I ended up high jumping 6'6", and that's the new school record. So it was a pretty good day for all of the Heritage track team, especially me.
Today, we are headed to Gordon Lee for the Gordon Lee Invitational. Going to have to leave out about 1 o'clock this afternoon to get there and get set up and get ready to roll. Gordon Lee is always a fun meet. It's the day right before spring break, and they have a really nice track. They have really good facilities, and it's always fun to go there and see a lot of competition. I think there's going to be 9 teams here at this Invitational, and going to be some really great competition, and really looking forward to seeing what our kids will do when they're going up against some of this good competition. So good luck today, and go Generals.
Congrats to JD.
And finally to ping pong, and the first ever Skills USA ping pong tournament at Heritage.
Coach Dotson and his Skills partners put on quite an inaugural tournament for sure.
The finals came down to a matchup between Grayson Stallings and Tanner Eady.
Who took the title? Here's Ian Gonzalez, Andrew Amick, and Benji Bevel with the report.
So, how did it go?
The ping pong tournament went great. We had a lot of participation.
And who won the tournament?
Let's see. The second place was Tanner Eady. He came as a runner-up. And then Grayson Stallings, he ended up winning the tournament.
Well, it started like last week on Monday, and it lasted a lot longer than I was thinking it was going to. But I got a couple, like 5 games in total, and the first couple were kind of hard, but they weren't that hard. I finished it in 2 rounds. But that last one in the championship, that was a toughie. It went to 3 rounds I played against Tanner Eady, and he played really hard. It was really tough. It was hard fought, and it was fun. Would you do this again in the future?
Yes, we're thinking about doing it twice in 1 year. We'll have a fall tournament and then a spring tournament, and then the spring tournament at the end will kind of be the Tournament of Champions. We'll take the first champion from the fall semester, the second champion from spring semester, and then we'll have them battle and see who the overall champion is for that school year.
For the first week, there was a ton of people there. They were all crowded around in the hallway watching. It was really fun to have a crowd there watching because I don't know, it was just really cool. But on the tournament day, there was nobody there, and it was kind of different. I won a trophy made by the drafting and design class. It was a ping pong paddle on a little plaque. It was really cool, and I would 100% participate again.
Thanks for sports, you guys. Now to get some much-needed spring break rest.
Now on to some entertainment. We're going to start you off with HHS Cool Rides. It seems like this week they're going to be focusing on movie cars again. Here's Noah, Shane, and Brayden with HHS Cool Rides.
Fantastic question, guys, and really just kind of hearing some answers already that have been fantastic. Bumblebee, Kit, Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. So I'll stray away from that a little bit because those are all excellent choices, and I'll go with the car from the old sitcom back in the 70s. Then they remade it into a movie called Starsky and Hutch. There was a red car in that one, police car that was muscle car, fantastic. So I'm going to go with a car from Starsky and Hutch as getting the job done. Basically just set the tone for the whole show, the whole movie. When they're rolling up, you know they mean one thing, and that's business. So that's why I appreciate the vehicle from Starsky and Hutch.
All right, my favorite car from a movie would have to be the DeLorean in Back to the Future. Not as much because the DeLorean was a great car. I think they only made them from 81 to 83. They were not very good cars. But the one in the movie actually was altered by Dr. Emmett Brown and Marty McFly to have a flux capacitor, which allowed it to travel in time, which to that extent made that my favorite car because I would love to be able to jump back and forth in time as they did in the movie. As a physics teacher, time travel has always been compelling to me, and that DeLorean was able to jump. They went to 1985 in one episode, and then back to the real future in 2020 was one of the years. But either way, just having a flux capacitor in a DeLorean to me would be the absolute best vehicle from any movie in the history of Hollywood.
Thanks, guys. That's always a hit.
Now to a brand new segment here on the show.
Yep, and this one's called Heritage Hits the Road.
Yep, and it's going to be focusing on some of our staff and students' spring break destinations. Here's 5-Star News reporters Ethan Anderson and Penner Alton with the report.
Hello Heritage Generals, and welcome to a new episode of Heritage Hits the Road, where we dive into what students will be doing over the weekend or break. Let's hit the road.
Hi Generals, I've got a trip planned for the kids down to Okefenokee State Swamp, or I guess it's a national forest, and we're hoping to see lots of snakes and alligators, and hopefully not get any kids eaten. We're looking forward to the trip. I've not told them about it, so hopefully they're not watching the 5-Star News, but my wife knows, and we're keeping it a secret for the kids, and hopefully it should be a good trip.
This coming spring break, I'm going to be going to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're gonna stay at a hotel right on the water. I've been going there for a couple years every Thanksgiving. It's been really fun. I'm going with my grandma. That's cool. I haven't been on a trip with her for a while.
I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee over spring break to go see my grandparents. We're going to have a large dinner. And there's going to be lots of turkey and chicken and bread. Got a lot of bread.
I liked it, and I can't wait to hit the road myself.
Only a few stories left, Mason, and this next one is a new installment of Charlie's Choice.
Yep, this week, Charlie's going around asking staff and students who would win in a fight between Chris Rock and Will Smith had the incident played out a little further.
Chris Rock, for sure. Take it away, Charlie.
We are back at it again with another episode of Charlie's Choice. In recent events at the Oscars, Chris Rock made a controversial joke about Will Smith's wife, and Will Smith decided to walk on stage and slap Chris Rock. So today I'll be interviewing HHS students who would win in a fight, Chris Rock or Will Smith. I'm here with Cooper Abels asking the question, who would win in a fight, Will Smith or Chris Rock?
Chris Rock all the way.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just like him more.
Other than liking him more, physically, what do you think he could do to get around Will Smith's size?
He could slide under him and take his legs out.
Okay. I'm here with Brody Irvin. Brody, who do you think would win in a fight, Will Smith or Chris Rock?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Chris Rock on this one. I think he just might be a little bit tougher, and just the way he ate that slap the other day, I think he would win.
Okay, and do you think that Will Smith playing in a lot of action movies would translate to his fighting skills?
I don't know. It might, but I don't think that it has that big of an impact on it.
Okay. I'm here with Mason Dotson. Mason, who is winning a fight, Will Smith or Chris Rock?
I'm going to have to go Will Smith. I think he's got a lot of pent-up emotions over the years from being kicked around, He's a great actor, but I still think he'll beat Chris Rock just because he's got a lot of emotion. He's just going to, put into his punches.
But you don't think that the way that Chris Rock took that slap, you don't think that he could tank it? You don't think Chris Rock could tank it?
He could take it, but you got to think Will Smith got like 30 more of those in him, right? So he's just going to keep going.
I'm here with Lily Scott. Lily, who do you think would win in a fight, Chris Rock or Will Smith?
I think Will Smith because he's very emotional about his wife and her condition, and he loves her.
Boom. I'm here with Bobby. Bobby, who do you think would win in a fight, Will Smith or Chris Rock?
Well, to be honest with you, probably neither one of them. But if I had to choose, I'd pick Will because he's a little tall. The other guy, he's a little scrappy. But Will Smith probably would be the one that wins.
I agree with that. But did you think that the slap was fake or do you think it was real?
Oh, no, it was real. I don't understand it. He should have waited. You're on live TV at the biggest show in the world. He should have waited till it was over with and called him off to the side and just told him, hey, man, don't talk about my wife. That's how adults would deal with it. But he didn't. He showed what he had. He's a big star. I guess he could do that. But no, he was in the wrong.
Thank you, Bobby.
I think that fight would have been a classic.
Now to our final segment of the show today, and I think this one will be pretty cool too.
Yep, this one we're calling the HHS Where Are They Now?
Our very own Seth Fudge will talk to some past Heritage High School students now that they've graduated and see what they're doing now.
So I did originally reside in Lafayette, Georgia, and I made the transition in middle school. And just upon arrival from 8th grade up until senior year, Heritage is a very family-oriented school. I like to say it's got a whole interweb of different people, lots of diversity. Even walking down the halls, the teachers are very personable with you. I was never in a situation where I thought I couldn't go talk to one of my teachers, and I like that about it. Yeah, so coming into high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be active, and I wanted to be interacting with people on a daily basis. And joining Coach Green's class, broadcasting, really opened up a whole new perspective to me. I didn't know that was something I would want to be a part of, but I actually developed a lot as a person and as a broadcaster in your class. And I got to develop those skills and actually continue them in college. And I did end up switching my major, and I transferred over to communication and a concentration in journalism and sports broadcasting. So that, I mean, has affected my whole career path in a positive way, and I'm very fortunate for that. In college, I was ahead of other people, being able to cut, being able to edit, knowing the shortcuts to edit, so it made me quicker. And I was ahead a lot in college, being able to do that. So I really appreciated that. So now I'm at Charleston Southern, and I did transfer here. History shows, started off pretty hot, cooled off a little bit. Now I'm kind of picking up steam again. Yeah, and I think if I could say anything or any like words of wisdom, the game is the same. It really is. You've played this game your whole life. It's the same game. The bases are the same width apart. The ball's the same size. The bat's the same size unless, swinging a drop 8 like I am now. It's pretty aggressive. But everything's the same. The part that's not the same and that changes throughout your career is your mentality. I think that coming in, I definitely had that freshman mentality. I'm going to take BP and try to make it a home run derby. I'm going to take reps off in the weight room. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this and this. And as I've matured and a senior now, I find myself, I'm not taking reps off. If anything, I take a couple extra reps. BP is time for line drives, getting on top, driving the ball down. Simple things, just routine, and taking every single rep, anything you do seriously.
That'll do it for this Thursday edition of the 5-Star News.
But we'll be back after spring break. But until then,
stay classy, Heritage.